Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Now earlier today we had a video going up kind of looking at the FIFA 23 stuff that did come out that was kind of like officially talked about from EA, describing the new chemistry system and all that stuff. Obviously you guys could see I try to be realist when it comes to FIFA, and I really do want to be excited, but it didn't look too exciting, right? For major changes that are happening to this game, we got an offline change which I just didn't love, and it just looked very limited. So what we're going to be doing tonight is I have a FIFA 23 beta code I haven't played. I haven't even downloaded yet. And as a creator, you're not actually allowed to stream it or do anything. I am going to play it over the weekend, guys, and I will give my thoughts a little bit, probably at some point when I do play it, and I won't be able to show you guys anything. But for years now, people have been posting stuff all over Twitter, like TikTok, Instagram, from the beta, and nothing seems to really happen. It seems like they were really strict early on. So I'm going to be reacting and looking at some stuff on Twitter that has been posted about the FIFA 23 beta. The one thing that I will say before we kind of get into anything, as I've been kind of doing a deep dive and I'm going to do with you guys, is that regarding the Twitter stuff, what you guys gotta understand is that this game is probably 4 or 5 months old at this point, like in terms of they're probably using a build that is from April for the beta, and I'm sure they're at a further process along. So I'm down to kind of look at it. We don't really know anything regarding gameplay or any kind of sort of thing so far, really, outside of the chemistry system and the new modes. So obviously right here, I guess this is a clip of Messi. It does look like a brand new tackling system. Like, what I will say is that that tackling is not something we currently have. That's probably going to be a red card, but it's a very interesting, way of tackling. And I will give EA the benefit of the doubt here that does look a lot more realistic than I have seen in kind of previous times of FIFA. So that does look pretty nice. This looks like one of the new skill moves that we have this year, which is actually really cool looking. He does the flare dab shot after. So it's it's kind of like a half heel to heel, but they do the ball roll in the second part of it. It looks like a very nice goal to score. This smart person obviously bleeped out his gamer tag of the FIFA beta, which is genius because obviously he doesn't want to get his account banned. That totally makes sense. And then obviously on this account, this is shout out to FIFA 23 beta leaks. They're posting a lot of images of kind of just like what players look like in game. I'm not sure. I do feel like we've gone a little bit backwards in terms of like, they almost look like they have the approach of a lot of the players look like when PES had released in 2020, those players that just did not look like players. It almost kind of looks similar to that in a way. I would honestly be real and say. So obviously there was some leaked like player ratings on the beta. I don't know if these are going to be real. Usually, guys, the beta does not have the real player ratings. In my experience, in the past couple of years, I haven't played the beta since 20 or 21. But when I did play the beta, the ratings were always the same as the FIFA Ultimate Team that I was currently playing. So when you take a look at these ratings, I mean, obviously take it very lightly. Do they make sense? Probably, somewhat. I don't know if Ronaldo I think Ronaldo was a 91. I mean, maybe Ronaldo with a -1. But Benzema, for me, obviously, I think Benzema and Mbappe were probably, I mean, there's no Lewandowski here, but Benzema and Mbappe were very good this last year. So interesting. I'm not going to make too much of these ratings here, but obviously you guys can see even Sancho and Rashford didn't really get massive downgrades. Neither did Pogba. Koulibaly's up to an 88 now. I think his base rating this year is an 86, right? If I'm not mistaken, or an 87. So I guess in this upcoming FIFA, you're going to be able to change the referees, like the strict level of them, which would probably be something with offline, which would be almost sort of that like no rules mode thing where some people are deciding that they're going to make the referee a little bit more lenient, obviously, or make it more strict, this is again probably like an offline thing with FIFA 23. It's not going to be anything online, I'm assuming. This has 111,000 views, guys, which is a ton of views, right? And so this looks like the walkout animation. Now, before we do this, if we pause it, 50K pack as normal. I don't think it's too much different, like the actual walkout. It seems a little bit different, but not too much different. And this is going to be Oblak. So he's at 91 in this version. I kind of like it a little bit more than this year. I won't even lie. It does have a nice approach with I guess the confetti coming down. I do like it a bit more probably in this game than I do this year. So we could say that the pack animation is probably an upgrade. So EA has been focusing a lot on like newer stadium stuff coming out. And from what I can see, they've definitely continued to upgrade that. I think they've said that there's going to be a lot of different like celebration types and stadium reactions when players score a goal. And obviously this for me does look very different. I don't personally really care about this, but I think some people really do. And if you guys just go on the hashtag FIFA 23 beta on Twitter, people are posting this stuff everywhere, and that's kind of why I'm fair using it, because it's all over the place on Twitter. So this looks like the new free kick system. We did see this before, guys, being posted a little bit. So it looks like there's just going to be a whole like new system this year. It's going to be a lot to get used to, but new features sometimes aren't always the worst. Okay, so this is a replay of the new power shot, guys. This has been posted on Twitter as well. So this is Paredes, and something they do, I guess, is there's this like different 1v1 camera that everybody's been talking about, that when you kind of get on a breakaway, there's this like new enhanced camera mode. I don't really know. It shows their speed that they're running at. And then with the power shot, I guess you've got some 1v1 camera, which is super interesting. I'm not too sure what to make of that. It reminds me a little bit more of like Super Smash Bros, almost like a Mario type game when it zooms in, because obviously when you activate the power shot, it doesn't even look like the keeper has a chance there, which is quite interesting. Also considering that that's like 10 yards outside the box. Look at what the keeper's doing. He's just falling over. But what I will always say is that I never have a problem if keepers are bad in the game. If you can get to an angle and you can get open, I think a lot of the time you deserve to score. So, do I want the keepers to be that bad? No, but not super against it. All right, we've got a video saying Hypermotion 2 just hits different. Let's see what this is saying. Yeah. So that looks like the FIFA that I'm used to. And I think there's going to always be something about EA using Frostbite and Hypermotion that will never change. I'm not sure if they're always going to be able to 100% get the things in the game and the animation's always right. But yeah, that's quite an interesting one. Not something I haven't seen before. Maradona is back in FIFA, but his name is Dickinson. Huh. Very interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of this. Also, to point out here as well, that's really interesting is the new car design. I really like the icon car design. I think it looks really good this upcoming year. I'm a huge fan of it. So, yeah, interesting. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. There's been a couple rumors and leaks kind of going around that is he going to be in the game? Is he not? I don't think we all know at this point. This guy is saying FIFA 23 beta, world-class difficulty. And I would say that header is a bit more unique. We've not really seen in FIFA at all any type of like bounce headers, which these bounce headers, these bounce shots are actually very prevalent in real life. We just never really see them in FIFA. So that is actually interesting if we're going to get that finish type in the game next year. And this is what Messi in a pack looks like. This is what Messi in a pack looks like. And that's what it's going to be. Messi in a pack. So very nice. I actually, again, as I had said, I love the confetti coming down. I think it looks beautiful. And packs are obviously a huge deal with FIFA, man. This is kind of the main thing. Gameplay is not very good on FIFA in the last couple of years, so packs are a huge deal. We've seen this kind of in the moment screen. Like, we've already kind of seen this, but it does show in-game when you do complete a challenge. My face cam is currently hovering over it, but as you can see, as he completes the challenge, it does go to, 1 out of 1, and you get the green light there. And obviously, you guys can see a little bit more of a celebration here. There's a little bit more theatrics too. We kind of had the same thing and the same chemistry this year, the same stadium reactions this year as well. People are saying that when you use the power shot in game, that the camera actually like hovers over the screen, which is really interesting when you use the power shot. So very interesting there. I will say that from this angle of the game does look beautiful. The graphics do look really good. Obviously, guys, FIFA's always going to have their problems with kind of getting things to be super fluid, but it does look really good. I guess this is the new penalty system. So you have to wait at some point. I'm not really too sure here. We're trying to watch this, but I'm assuming you're trying to hit it right as it's hovering over the ball. This will also be interesting, kind of like the free kick system, to see how it goes. And so, yeah, guys, that's really what I see so far on Twitter. Let me know what else you guys experience. Obviously, EA has been wanting people to not really post much about this, but it's all over Twitter. So I was kind of checking it out, reacting to it. Thanks for watching. Peace.